now slowly we're going into the sphere of mindfulness. So we got the job, and now we're so much focused on it, how to get this balance between life and work, and
Mm,
how to monitor now, especially when we work from home, for example.
mm, mm. Yeah, it's a tricky one, and I think, the real benefit of mindfulness, I can only really speak to my experience, right? I mean, I came to mindfulness 15, 16 years ago. I had three small kids and a big job, and I was trying to balance everything. So, like everybody else. And I went to a coach, and he taught me some relaxation techniques, because had he told me he was teaching me how to meditate back in 2006, I would have, this is before it was all very Silicon Valley, I would have run mad out of the place. But what I found was that, no, the children didn't go away, the job didn't change, but my ability to be able to navigate it was very different, because I changed my relationship with it. So I think when we get a job and we get into the workplace, and particularly in somewhere like the pandemic, where there's an awful lot of, and we're coming out of it, everything's up in the air and there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of fear in the water. And I think that's where we put this pressure on ourselves. And what mindfulness enables us to do is it builds these kind of three skills: awareness of well, firstly, it builds focus. Secondly, it builds awareness. And the third thing that it builds trust and perspective from others. So focus is our ability to be able to, if you think about, we have two types of attention. The first type of attention is like a torch or like a flashlight, where we can focus our attention and blinker out everything else, so that we can read a book or we can get things done. And that focused attention is really under siege at the moment, because there's so much coming at us the whole time. And so mindfulness helps us to train that focused attention, and enables us to get deep work done more often, more of the time. So that's the first piece that it gives us. The second piece that it gives us is this kind of what we call open awareness or perspective. So it also enables us to see our patterns. We can start to watch our thoughts and realize we're not our thoughts. We can step away from them and say, ooh, I'm doing that thing again. There I go with my critical voice in my head, or there I am worrying or scheduling or planning, or, we all have kind of 5 or 6 big movies that play in our head. And so with mindfulness, you're able to, sit in the cinema and watch on the screen the stories as it plays out, rather than be up on the screen and in the action and not be able to have perspective on it. So we start to be able to see our patterns and then make some choices, so that we can respond as opposed to react. We're constantly reacting when we're in the middle, and we think it's all real. And it's real, but it's not necessarily true. So we get that perspective. We start to then also be able to see things from other people's perspectives. We build this empathy, and that is the foundation of the trust with others. Right? We can start to see that everybody comes to work every single day really well intentioned. They do not turn up wanting to be negative or obtrusive or domineering or to torment you. It just feels like that, right? Sometimes, some days it just feels like that's what people are doing. But actually, everybody has their stuff going on. Everybody has families and parents to look after and dogs to take care of and stuff going on that we just don't even know about. So we start to be able to, again, separate ourselves out from everything being a personal attack, and being able to see things from other people's perspective. That allows us to make better decisions. It allows us to connect better with people, to work more collaboratively and more innovatively with people. And it allows us to manage and regulate our emotions to a much greater degree, so that we can take our emotions on board and recognize what's going on, but also access that prefrontal cortex, so we have the logical, rational piece of our mind as well.
No, it's so important, especially I cannot emphasize while working with many professionals, especially in relation to awareness. And now I'm working on one of the biggest works I ever work with another American professional, and it's like 12 Steps to Perfect Professional. One of the key aspects is awareness to being able to recognize sometimes even in the heated situations, what is going on.
Feel free to join our LinkedIn group. Hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you.